And welcome to day 8 of the 30-day video challenge. The last couple days we've been talking about setting a vision and aligning it with your team as well as the organization for which you work. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about, well, now that I've got the vision, how do I make it happen? Well, I go through a planning process that sets in action the tasks that need to be done. So I start off with sort of a mind map. So I have the vision in the center, and then from that I draw sort of clouds that represent the milestones, the big things that have to be done in order for the vision to be accomplished. So let's say that your vision was around planning your daughter's wedding. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. And so you might have milestones like the rehearsal, the invitations, the attire, which would include both the bride and the groom, the honeymoon, the ceremony, the reception, those kinds of things. Those would be your major stones, the major things that you have to have completed successfully in order for the wedding to be successful as well. Once I have those in place, then I look at, well, what does it take to make those happen? So looking at the ceremony, what about the vows? Where are we going to do it? Who's going to officiate? Are there going to be any other fun things like remembrance tables for those family members who might not be there? That kind of thing. And of course, with the attire, you have things like getting the groomsmen's tuxedos and what color tie are they going to wear? Are they going to wear a cummerbund? Are they wearing a vest? What are they doing? And the biggest and probably the most fun thing to look at is selecting the bride's dress. And of course, you know the great TV show, Say Yes to the Dress. And I can be honest with you, having done that with one of my daughters, it's a big deal for her to find that dress. So those are the kinds of things that go into what I call a fishbone. So I have the milestone, and then out of that, I have each of the various tasks that have to be accomplished. And those are primarily things that can be done in a relatively short period of time. So that as I have time while I'm waiting for something, like we waited for the dress, we could be doing other things on the plan to help it to move forward. And then sort of the third tip is around timing. One of the things that's really critical is to know when each of those milestones needs to be accomplished in order for the final vision to be accomplished on the day that you need it to. It's horrible if those things aren't done and the wedding isn't finished. So you've got milestones, breaking them down into smaller bite-sized pieces, and finally setting time frames within which they need to be accomplished. And doing all of those things will set a plan in place that will help you to achieve your vision.